guys, it's me. I'm going to show you how to create a grid today because I forgot to go over that when I was doing the property browser the other day. I'm also going to finish going over all these tabs here at the top. So first let's start with the grid. You can see I've made one here. I'll go ahead and make one on another page. When you are on a clean page, whoops, let's get rid of that dot. When you're on a clean page and you open up the property browser, one of the options you're going to see is grid. Where it says visible, you want to make it true. Your grid will appear, and then you can go into the grid designer and you can change the size of the grid. You can also change it to 45-degree angle or an angle like that. I'm going to make mine, instead of solid line, I'm going to make mine big dots like that. Okay, they have others that you can choose from. And I'm also going to allow it to snap, and that is a really cool feature. Now, for some reason, this hasn't been working for me, but I'm going to try it anyway. Let's see if I can drag and drop my pen, and then click on it. If it doesn't work here, I will show you in my other flip chart. Yeah, it's not going to work on here. So then what we're going to do is I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to click on the pen, and as you can tell, it is making straight lines. It's not letting me curve it at all. This is really great, especially if you're doing a geometry type unit. So that's the grid. They're really easy to make. Let me reset my page. Okay, we finished going over File. I'm going to go over the rest of the tabs here. So under Edit, the first thing we have is Design Mode. It's the very same button that is over here. When you click on it, it allows you to manipulate things, especially if they've been locked or if they have an action to it. It allows you to move it around without you actually clicking on the highlighter. It makes it easy to manipulate things. When you're doing a presentation with your flip charts, especially if the kids are coming up, make sure that you are in presentation mode, that the blue square is up. And if you're not presenting and you want to work on your flip chart, you can go ahead and put it in design mode. Also under Edit, we have the Undo and the Redo button. Select all. The page background. So if I didn't want this white, I could do this. I could make it two colors. I could make it yellow, and we'll choose a shade of green. You can also change the direction the colors go, kind of like with PowerPoint. So maybe I'll make mine go this way. And then you hit apply, and then you've got a pretty funky looking background. I'm going to go back and make mine white. Okay. You can also fill it with an image. You can choose an image and you can choose how you want to have it displayed. You can do a desktop snapshot or a desktop overlay also as your background. We also have the shortcut for the grid. We have the clear button, and this deletes things that are on your page. You want to be really, really careful about this because you might delete something you don't want. So for example, let's say I write all over this page, edit, clear. Clear annotations will delete anything you have written on your page with the pen tool. Okay, you also have clear objects, clear the grid, clear the background, and just clear the entire page. Okay, there are lots of other tools that are under Edit. We just went over the clear one. There's also reset, cut, copy, paste, duplicate. You can duplicate a slide and have it be somewhere else in your flip chart. This delete deletes a slide. You can transform objects. I'll go over that when I have an object selected. Same with align, reorder. Those have to do with the layers. Questions on current page, you can click on that if you're going to use active votes or active expressions. Let's go back. student database, I honestly don't know anything about it. Same with groups, device registration. Your active votes and active expressions should come registered. I don't do anything with profiles, and the design mode settings is basically this, which we've already gone over. It was under the settings tab. I told you I was going to show you the transform and the alignment, so let me go back to another page. Let's do this, and I'll close my spotlight. I have to go into design mode to do this. So, clicking on an object, and those same options appear that appear under the edit button. So if I transform, I can increase an object size, I can decrease the size, I can have it go back to the original size. These three are not on the same menu as this, but there's a best fit to width, to height, and to page. You could mirror it in the X or Y axis, and you could flip in the X or Y axis. The alignment also has some of the options available under the browser tab. You can also reorder. You can bring it to the front, forward, send to the back, send backward, and send to a different layer. I want to show you a couple other things that we see when we click on this. This says to edit the shape points. Again, here's decrease or increase the object size. We can duplicate it if we click on that. We can, this won't let me do it because I'm in edit mode. I'm not exactly sure what that does, I apologize. Bring it backwards or forwards. I can group objects together. If I have multiple objects, I can select them and group them together. The sun is one of my favorites. It's the translucency slider. So you click on the sun, and it gives you a little bar. And you can go backwards and forwards. It's actually a really cool trick. I'll show you in this slide. Let me reset the page. Let's say I have a circle. We'll do a blue circle. And I'm going to lock that object. And then I'm going to do another shape. I'll do a square. A red square on top that is not locked. I click on the square, I click the translucency slider and drag it down to reveal my shape. I think I actually have something like that in my flip chart. What are the attributes of the flip chart? I probably shouldn't have my background yellow. First I have my reveal. I click on here. The rectangle has 4 corners. And then do the translucency slider, and lo and behold, the rectangle has 4 sides. It's a pretty cool trick to know. Okay. We went over the translucency slider. There's the object edit menu, which when you click on it, it brings up any of the browsers that you want, insert link to file, your basic cut, copy, paste, etc., etc. Locked, group, hidden object, or drag a copy. You could click on this if you wanted to rotate your object, and you can click on that to move your object. Let me reset that page. Alright, I have 6 minutes left on my 15-minute presentation, so let's get moving. View, you could switch the profile, you could make it full screen. You can open up any other flip charts that are currently open. Next page, previous page. Page turn effects we went over. If these are checked, that means they are currently up. Let me show you what the dashboard is. That's the dashboard. I don't usually like that to come up, so I have it unchecked. That way it does not appear when you open up ActivInspire. You have a page extender, which is that little arrow there, and it allows you to extend your page. It's pretty cool. I'm going to unextend my page. There's a sound controller, and you can customize, which again was under settings. You can customize all your commands. Insert, you can insert a page blank before the current one or after the current one. You could do a desktop snapshot. You can do different activities that they have. There are questions if you're doing ActivInspire or active expressions. Media, you could do a link. I will do that in my next video because I'm not going to have time in this one. From scanner or camera, if you have an Elmo, you can put a piece of paper under the Elmo, have it capture an image. I'm sorry, my dog just started barking. You can capture an image from what's under the Elmo and have it inserted into your flip chart. You can also launch ActivView. It does the same sort of thing. And here are your text, shapes, equation, connectors, and timestamp. Let me show you the timestamp real fast. I guess it's not going to show up on that one. Insert, timestamp, and there you have it right there. Sorry for my dog barking. We did insert, tools. All of these tools are up here. Desktop annotate. This is if you want to write on whatever's showing on your desktop. La, 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 la. Okay. If you want to go back to your flip chart, you just click on this where it says desktop annotate again, and it brings you back to your flip chart. And you'll notice that it actually created a flip chart for desktop annotate. But I'm going to go ahead and close that one out. Excuse me one second. Okay. There we go. We have desktop tools, which if you click on that circle, you can go to Promethean Planet, an on-screen keyboard, a camera, more tools such as ticker tape, a clock, microphone, sound recorder, calculator, and dice roller, which I showed you in class. You can do a screen recorder, express pull, and then you can return to flip chart. We have dual user if you have more than one wand, but since I don't have that set up on my computer, I can't show it to you in the video. My apologies. Express pull. If you're going to do like an active or active expression, click on the type of question you want. Okay, if you're using active votes, it can only be multiple choice. If it's active expression, then you can do open-ended questions, etc., etc. So I'll go ahead and try to set one up. I'll do a multiple choice A to C. And we'll do a 2 response one. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. My apologies. The challenges of not doing this at school. Go ahead and close that out. Pen, highlighter, eraser, fill, magic ink. Magic ink is really cool. I still need practice with it. When I understand magic ink a little bit better, I will do a video on that. Same with the pen modifiers. There's a handwriting recognition tool. So if I'm writing with the pen, it has to be done within a certain amount of time. It gives you options and you can choose the right one. You can also change the font and the font size and all the good stuff. There's a shape recognition, which I've honestly never used. Revealer, spotlight, camera, math tools, launch ActivView, and more tools. My recording is running out of time, and there are some really cool things I wanted to show you, so I'm actually going to stop this video and I will start another one with some of the things that I didn't get to show you. Thanks for listening.